Stephanie Lynch, Shreveport City Councilwoman, during the meeting yesterday, Greg, she said, "I vote for this reluctantly." And I kind of wanted to hear more about what she had to say. When she said she votes for the proposal reluctantly, I'm sure there's more to the story. Stephanie Lynch, I owe you big time. I know you're in a rush this morning, but you have an opinion regarding the NBA, the sports complex proposal that's not quite all in. You're skeptical. Tell me why.
Well, good morning. Good morning. Well, I think the council as a whole was pretty much blindsided by this proposal. We didn't have any information, going in. We kind of found out, basically through a press release, and so there's cause, I think, for skepticism. Because of that initially.
Okay. You also, though, you're glad to see Shreveport on that list as a potential site, but there's more to the story, right?
Yes. I mean, absolutely. I mean, anytime that, every time this is written about, our name, our city, is out there. So that's a good thing. I think it's a great, from a marketing standpoint. But when you get to the devil is in the details. And so when we start talking about committing $25 million and building a facility, now that's a whole other conversation. And as I appreciate it, our consideration is contingent upon us building this $25 million complex. And so that definitely concerns me.
Do you have $25 million in your bank account you could help fund this?
No, we don't have $25 million in my bank account or the city's bank account or yours either.
No, we don't. Would you be in favor of a bond issue to build this complex? If Stephanie Lynch has to vote on such a proposal today, is your vote a yes or no?
That's not on the table right now, Erin.
Okay.
And certainly I think before we go out for any bond proposal, there will be a citizens committee. There will be public, input as to what should be included, whether that makes the list or not. We don't know that right now. But let me say this. We're already rating the funds that they're saying we can build this facility with. We're already rating those funds for general fund operations, for NGOs, to prop up our fund balance. We don't have this money sitting around. It's already committed just to run basic city services.
I asked Councilman Bradford earlier this hour because Brian Crawford told us yesterday that he would anticipate this sports complex would be self-sufficient. And you've been around a long time. We heard the same thing about the convention center. It's not self-sufficient yet. Are you a little worried when you hear that this will fund itself? It will pay for itself over time?
Absolutely. I think, we see what's happening with the convention center. It needs a $500,000 roof right now. And I've been on the council 3 years. We have not replaced that roof. So how can you talk about, and not talking about Fairgrounds Field and, other serious maintenance issues that we have? How can you talk about building something new when you're not taking care of what you already have?
Councilman Bradford also had a long list of sports teams in our city that have been, as he termed, failures. Is that something you have issues with as well?
Well, we've had some false starts. I was telling someone yesterday I went to the first Steamers game, as a kid.
Yeah.
So, we all have history of, false starts and things that people thought would be a great idea that didn't really come to fruition. We have a unique place in this city. I'm not sure if sports is our niche. Evidently, the evidence certainly does not support that it is. And so it is a concern.
You sounded early in the interview, and I know I got to let you go. You got to get to work. But you sounded a little irritated or disappointed in how this all came about. If you had been the mayor, how would you have handled this?
Well, I think, anytime there's a potential for the capital outlay that they're talking about, or for something that is not necessarily going to be voted on by the citizens, the entire council needs to be made aware of it. And in this case, that did not happen. And I think, it just caught us off guard. But we were already in the limelight at that point. What are you going to do?
Yeah. Tough decision if the Pelicans come back and go, Shreveport, you're our guy. We want you. We want the sports complex. Then we have to do some serious number crunching, huh?
Absolutely. And, the preliminary feedback I've gotten, whether it's from city workers or from my constituents, they're not supportive of it. The preliminary information that's coming back to me is that they are not supportive of it.
Shreveport City Council member Stephanie Lynch, thanks for joining us. I know I'm keeping you. I appreciate it.
Okay.
I owe you lunch.
All right.
All right. Take care.